Hello, everyone, and welcome out to Orange County Great Park Stadium in Irvine, California for today's afternoon matchup featuring your Orange County Riptide and the visiting Conejo Oaks. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic for today's CCL ball game, and we'll take a look at the standings. The Santa Barbara Foresters are in first place with a 5-2 record. The Orange County Riptide behind them with a 5-4 record. The Riptide are 6-5-1 overall. Their counterparts, the Conejo Oaks, are sitting in dead last. 3-5 on the season, 5-5 overall. On the mound today for your Orange County Riptide, Tyler Booth out of LSU Eunice. Also out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Attended Barb High School. He's 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. This season for the Riptide, Booth has thrown a complete 10 innings while posting a 0.90 ERA. So he has been lights out thus far, and he will hope to continue his momentum into today. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Conejo Oaks as the left-hander delivers, and the first pitch is fouled back towards the netting. Justin Ammons leading things off for the Oaks. Tyler Odekirk hitting second. Nico Lima hitting third. Jacob Castro hitting cleanup. Hitting fifth, Raul Sandoval. Hitting sixth, Blake Holbrook. Hitting seventh, Ramon Gomez. Hitting eighth, Gabe Baldvino. Hitting ninth, Trent McKinney. Defensively for your Orange County Riptide. In left field, Chad Crosby. In center, Michael Peabody. In right field, Dylan Rock. At third, Andre Antone. In shortstop, Carson Matthews. At second, Blake Fadol. At first, Daniel Jung. And behind the plate, Connor Aoki. On the mound, Tyler Booth, as the first play of the ball game results in a strikeout.
Now batting, number 14, Tyler Odekirk.
Tyler Odekirk digs in. He is currently at Cal State LA. He is out of Rancho Santo Margarita, California. Out of Mission Viejo High School. Booth delivers a pitch. Chopper towards the left side. Andre Antone was there. He'll throw it towards first base. The play is made. 2 kickouts here for Tyler Booth. That'll bring up Nico Lima.
Now batting, number 13, Nico Lima.
Nico played last season for Oxnard College. He's 6'3", 220 pounds, out of Camarillo, California. Pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Booth. Flown out towards center field. Michael Peabody is there. He makes the play, and the inning is over. 1-2-3, go the Oaks. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. No score from Irvine, California. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic for the Orange County Riptide.
BYU number 5, Carson Matthews.
Carson Matthews opens things up here in the bottom half of the first inning for the Riptide. On the mound for the Oaks, that is Jerry Ramirez. He's out of Granada Hills, California, and Granada Hills Charter High School. He formerly attended Glendale City College. He was also the winning pitcher in last year's championship game between the Conejo Oaks and the Orange County Riptide. So some overdue revenge here for the Riptide, and we'll go ahead and bring that into fruition by the end of the 9 innings, hopefully. We'll take a look at the starting lineup here for Orange County. Leading things off and at the plate, Carson Matthews, as he rips this one foul down the left field line. Hitting second, Dylan Rock. Hitting third, Michael Peabody. Hitting cleanup, Andre Anton. Hitting fifth, Caleb Denny. Hitting sixth, Connor Aoki. Seventh, Daniel Jung. Eighth, Chad Crosby. And number 9, Blake Fadol. Defensively for the Oaks. In left field, Trent McKinney. In center, Justin Amons. In right field, Raul Sandoval. At third base, Ramon Gomez. At shortstop, Gabe Baldovino. At second base, Tyler Odekirk. At first base, Nico Lima. Behind the plate, Jacob Castro. And on the mound, Jerry Ramirez. 2 balls and 1 strike to Carson Matthews. Matthews out of BYU. That will hit right off the bat of Carson Matthews as he was trying to duck out of the way. Matthews out of San Clemente, California, attended Capistrano Valley Christian High School. At BYU in 2019, he hit .250 with 17 RBIs and 4 stolen bases. Ramirez gets the sign. Here's the 2-2, ripped down the left field line, but well foul. Carson Matthews was all over that one, just couldn't time it. In high school, Matthews had a career batting average of .405. He pitched as a closer in his senior year, finishing with 23 strikeouts through 13 innings. He was recruited by Duke, Cal State Fullerton, Stanford, UC Irvine, and Columbia University. The count is full to Carson Matthews. Dylan Rock awaits on deck. Michael Peabody in the hole. Ramirez gets the sign. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Way outside for ball 4. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the Riptide with a season record of 5-4, overall record of 6-5-1. The Conejo Oaks with a season record of 3-5, and overall record of 5-5. Dylan Rock steps into the plate. He's out of Sugar Land, Texas. Attended George Ranch High School. Right-hander rips this one down the left field line. It'll fall in as a fair ball. Runners on first and second with no men down for Michael Peabody.
Now batting from UC Irvine, number 36, Michael Peabody.
So another local boy for the Riptide out of UC Irvine and Tustin, California, Michael Peabody. Undeclared major, he is a sophomore. Runners on first and second. No men down. Bottom half of the first inning, no score, no men out. Pitch is on the inner half, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Andre Anton, the other anteater, awaits on deck for Orange County. Ramirez gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. In 2019, Michael Peabody hit .312 for UC Irvine. So he posted some solid numbers there. Has an opportunity to put the Riptide out in front here early in the bottom half of the first inning. Ground ball towards the left side, smothering, stopped by the shortstop, throw over to second in time. Nice looking play there by Gabe Baldovino.
Now batting from UC Irvine, number 30, Andre Antone.
Andre Antone digs in now. Antone also out of UC Irvine, out of Laguna Niguel, California. Antone hit 194 for UC Irvine in 2019. Pitch is on the outer half, caught a strike. 0-1 the count. Fairly lenient call there. Caleb Denny awaits on deck. Carson Matthews leads off a third. Michael Peabody off a first. There goes Michael Peabody. Throw down towards second. Is not in time. So the running game of Clemente Bonilla works out perfectly for Orange County. Runners in scoring position with one man down. Antone at the plate. High fastball swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Or check that. That was strike 3. I missed a strike while Peabody was on his way towards second base.
University of Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
So Caleb Denny now with an opportunity with 2 men down and 2 men on. Denny is hitting .294 on the season. That's accompanied by 8 RBIs. Poor attempt at the first pitch of the at-bat. He's out in the hole, 0-1. Denny out of Owasso, Oklahoma. Also attended Owasso High School. He's 6'2", 195 pounds, so a good size on him. No balls, 2 strikes. Ramirez gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. High fastball. It's now 1-2. Matthews on third. Michael Peabody on second. Carson Matthews walked to open up the inning. 1-2 is slicing down the left field line and foul. Michael Peabody on second reached on a fielder's choice. Bottom of the first inning, no score, 2 men down. Ramirez delivers a 1-2 pitch. Outside fastball. Just missing the outer block. 2-2 now the count. Connor Aoki, the catcher, waits on deck for the Riptide. Ramirez delivers a 2-2 ground ball going up the middle. Hits off the palm of the shortstop, falling into shallow right center field, recovered by the second baseman. But 2 runs come in to score on the play. E6, 2-0 Riptide.
Now batting from Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
So Connor Aoki looking to continue the inning for Orange County. He's out of Huntington Beach, California. Attended Edison High School. Takes the first pitch on the outer half and low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Daniel Jung awaits on deck. Danny aboard at first base. He reached on an error that scored 2. It was a routine ground ball towards shortstop. Baldovino was there, but the ball hit off the palm of his glove as that hit and run works out perfectly for the Riptide. The second baseman was drawn towards the bag, trying to cover the base for an attempt throw towards second from his catcher. Therefore, it opened up the spot in right field. Runners on first and third on the corners for Daniel Jung.
Now batting from Notre Dame, number 11, Daniel Jung.
So the Riptide are not done yet. We're showing the bottom half of the first inning, 2-0 score. One error in the inning for the Oaks. Ramirez delivers the pitch. Foul towards the left side. Chad Crosby awaits on deck. Chung at the plate. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Two hits on the inning for the Riptide. Here's the 1-1. Chopper behind the plate and foul. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Daniel Jung out of Notre Dame University and out of La Mirada, California. He also attended La Mirada High School. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. Ramirez looks down the barrel to get a sign. The right-hander delivers a 1-2. Breaking ball hit foul towards the first base dugout. We'll do it again. Tyler Booth on the mound for the Riptide has been lights out this season. So if his offense goes ahead and gives him an early lead, things are looking quite good for the Riptide. Pitch slapped foul towards the left side. Crosby on deck for Dole in the hole. 2-0 ball game in favor of the Riptide. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. 2 men down. Ramirez delivers a 1-2. Outside and in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Jacob Castro behind the plate for the Oaks. Well, as Vince Kelly would say, the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men out, 2 men on. Ramirez delivers. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ramirez is already at 30 pitches this half inning. Full count pitch. Hit right back up the middle for a single. On his way towards third is Connor Aoki.
Now batting from the University of Miami, number 7, Chad Crosby.
Out of the University of Miami, Chad Crosby steps into the box. Two men down on the inning, 3-0 ball game in favor of the Tide. Broken bat, foul ball towards the right side. Aoki on third, Jung at first, Crosby at the plate, has the new bat in his hands. The runner goes, pitch is fouled back. The Riptide are one game behind the Santa Barbara Foresters. Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. It's 1-2 strikes to Chad Crosby. Ramirez delivers the pitch. There goes the runner. Throw down towards second base will get the runner in a pickle. He's halfway between first and second. The runner on third breaks to the plate. He is now the one in the pickle. The tag is applied by the third baseman, and the half inning is over. So aggressive base running. For all the chance you take, for the most part, it should work out. But there will be times where you'll have to go ahead and bite the bullet. To the top half of the second inning we go. 3-0, Orange County Riptide. Jacob Castro opens up business here in the top half of the second inning for the Oaks. He's also out of UC Irvine, so we have a couple of guys out of UC Irvine on the field today, 3 in total starting. Castro's out of Oxnard, California. He is a sophomore. Left-hander delivers. Oxnard takes this one for a ride towards right field at the track in front of the fence, making the play Dylan Rock. Nothing more than a loud out to open things up in the top half of the second inning.
Now batting number 4, Raul Sandoval.
There's a slight breeze blowing out towards right field. If the wind was stronger, that ball surely would have been out of the ballpark. But the wind does not seem to play a big factor in today's matchup thus far. Ground ball hit back towards the pitcher. Booth is there. Strong throw over to first. 2 men down. This is the first game all season where we have gray skies.
Number 33, Bailey Holbrook.
Bailey Holbrook steps into the box. Holbrook formerly played at Union University. He is currently undecided as to where he will play next season. He's out of Thousand Oaks, California, and Thousand Oaks High School. 6'4", 190 pounds. 1 ball and no strikes to him. Already 2 men in the inning. Tyler Booth had a 1-2-3 during the top half of the first. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramon Gomez awaits on deck. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Holbrook at the plate is hitting .364 on the season for Conejo. The 1-2, way outside, nowhere near the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Charlie Balinson getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Oaks. The 2-2 pitch runs inside. It's in the dirt, swung on and missed. The catcher recovers, throws down the line, and another 1-2-3 for Tyler Booth. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. 3-0, Orange County Riptide. Out of Miami University, Chad Crosby opens things up in the bottom half of the second inning for the Riptide. Through 2 innings, Tyler Booth only has 13 pitches. Jerry Ramirez, starting his bottom half of the second, will be delivering pitch number 35. Crosby's out of Mission Viejo, California. Attended Saddleback JC High School and Trabuco Hills High School. No balls and 1 strike. Ramirez gets the sign, delivers an outside pitch for a ball. It's even at 1-1. Blake Fadola waits on deck. Carson Matthews and the top of the lineup in the hole. 3-0 ball game, bottom half of the second inning. Pitch misses for a ball. It's now 2-1. Seems like all the 3 runs scored during the bottom half of the first inning were unearned runs for Jerry Ramirez. 2-1 away outside. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Once again, Charlie Balerson getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Oaks. Ramirez gets the sign. Jacob Castro behind the plate for Conejo. That's ripped down the right field's line. A fair ball. Rounding the bag on his way towards second is Chad Crosby. He'll hold there with a stand-up double and lead things off in the bottom half of the second inning.
Now batting from Santa Clara University, number 9, Blake Fadul.
Blake Fadol digs in with a runner on second base and no man down. He's out of Yorba Linda, California. Also attended Yorba Linda High School. Out of Santa Clara University. He played in 38 games with a batting average of 0.95 or .095. That included 1 home run and 7 RBIs. No balls and 1 strike. Ramirez delivers the pitch. Fastball on the outer half taken. It's 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Ramirez takes a peek towards second. Good sized lead by Chad Crosby. That's hit out towards left field. Trent McKinney takes a few steps back, makes the play. Good contact off the bat, nonetheless, for Blake Fadol.
Now batting from
That'll give Carson
Matthews.
Carson Matthews his second at bat of the ball game. Matthews walked to open things up during the bottom half of the first inning. He then came around to score. Has a runner aboard at second base with 1 man down. Pitches on the inner half, caught a strike. It's 0-1. (12 p.m. start time for today's matchup. Here's the 0-1 pitch, inside fastball once again. This time it evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. No longer any action in the bullpen for the Conejo Oaks. Here's a 1-1. Inside fastball. Carson Matthews ducks out of the way. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Dylan Rock awaits on deck for the Riptide. 3-0 ball game, bottom half of the second inning. 1 man down. The right-hander delivers. Ground ball towards the left side. The third baseman holds the runner. Throw over towards first. Throw back now towards second as Chad Crosby was off the bag, but not in time.
Now batting from UT San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Rock.
Now out of UT San Antonio, Dylan Rock at the plate. He's leading the team in batting average with a .387 number. Tied for the team lead in home runs is Connor Aoki and Caleb Denny. Each of them have 2. Rock singled in the bottom half of the first inning. There's a ground ball towards the right side. The first baseman comes off the bag. He flips to his pitcher covering, and that puts an end to the inning. Top half of the third, 3-0 OC Riptide. Ramon Gomez opens things up in the top half of the third inning. Tyler Booth for his third inning of work. That's pitch number 14 for him. He has been dealing thus far. Has yet to surrender a base runner. He's ahead in the count at no balls and one strike. Pitch is fouled back towards the netting, 0-2. 2 strikeouts on the afternoon thus far for the young left-hander. It'll be Ramon Gomez, Gabe Baldovino, and Trent McKinney this half inning for the Conejo Oaks. And if anyone gets on, the top of the lineup in Justin Amons. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Booth gets the sign. Aoki behind the plate for the Riptide. Pitch is high according to the home plate umpire. The count is even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. Throw it around the horn. Connor Aoki. 3 strikeouts now in the ball game for Booth.
Now batting number 8, Gabe Baldovino.
That brings up Gabe Baldovino. Came into the ball game hitting .310 for the Oaks. The Oaks only have 5 home runs all season. That's a ground ball heading up the middle for a 1-out single. And those 5 home runs are split up against, or amongst, 5 players.
Now batting number 20, Trent McKinney.
That'll bring up Trent McKinney. McKinney has one of those 5 home runs. He's hitting .148 on the season. Justin Amons awaits on deck. Throw back over towards first. Baldovino, who just reached, actually leads the team in stolen bases with 7. Here comes the pitch. Big hack there by Trent McKinney. He comes up empty. No balls and 1 strike. .20 total stolen bases on the year for the Oaks. Throw back towards first, not in time. Sneaky move there by Tyler Booth. He looked over towards his dugout and put his fist in the air, claiming that it was an out. Did indeed look like a close play. So as I said, the Oaks have 20 stolen bases total this season. The Riptide, on the other hand, let's look at their numbers. The Riptide have 29 stolen bases this year. 1 ball and 1 strike to McKinney. Gabe Baldovino leads off at first base. He reached on a single. 3-0 ball game, top half of the third inning. 1 man down. Booth gets the sign. The left-hander delivers. He did go, says the home plate umpire. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Once again, Tyler Booth out of LSU Eunice. In 2019, he had a 4.56 ERA. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed, gets away from the catcher, Connor Aoki. No throw is necessary, but on the play, Gabe Baldovino advances towards second to put himself in scoring position as Justin Amons, who struck out his first time around, steps in.
Now batting number 1, Justin Ammons.
Amons out of Memphis, Tennessee. He attended Bartlett High School. He's 5'10", 180 pounds. In 2019, he hit .254 as Tennessee's starting right fielder. He finished second on the team in stolen bases with 20. Had 19 RBIs. One ball and no strikes. Lefty on lefty matchup should favor the pitcher on the mound. Booth delivers. Well located. Good moving pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler Odekirk awaits on deck for the Oaks. Booth delivers, ground ball towards the right side into right field. Dylan Rock throws it to the plate. The throw is not cut off, though holding on the play at third is Gabe Baldovino.
Now batting number 14, Tyler Odekirk.
Tyler Odekirk digs down with an opportunity to chip at this 3-run deficit. He has runners on first and third with 2 men down. He grounded out towards third base his first time up. Nico Lima waits on deck. Booth delivers the pitch. On the outer half, called a strike. Odekirk is hitting .167 on the season for the Oaks. He has 3 RBIs. No balls and 2 strikes for Tyler Booth. Baldovino leads off a third. Justin Amons off a first. Booth delivers the pitch. High fastball on the outer half. Nowhere to be found. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The Riptide scored all 3 of their runs during the bottom half of the first inning. All 3 went down as unearned for Jerry Ramirez, the starting pitcher for the Oaks. Booth delivers a pitch hit towards right field. It'll drop in for a base hit. 1 run scores on the play. On his way towards third and reaching safely is Justin Amons. 3-1 ball game here in the top half of the third inning.
Now batting number 13, Nico Lima.
Nico Lima digs in. He flew out towards center field his time up. He's 0 for 1. Lima is third on the team in batting average, hitting .357 on the season with 4 RBIs. Amons on third. Odekirk at first. 2 men down in the inning. 1 ball and no strikes to Nico Lima. Booth delivers the pitch. Off speed, swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Booth gets the sign from Aoki behind the plate. They have the runner picked off. but he'll make it down towards second base safely as the first baseman Daniel Jung thought that the runner from third would break to the plate. One ball and one strike for Tyler Booth. Tying run aboard at second base for the Oaks. Ground ball towards the left side. Long throw for Andre Antone. He juggles, cannot recover in time. 3-2 in favor of the Riptide.
Now batting number 16, Jacob Castro.
They'll score the play an error for Antone. He caught it cleanly, just could not transfer it over to his throwing hand. The catcher now, Jacob Castro, at the plate. The left-hander delivers a pitch. It's in the dirt. Connor Aoki does a nice job of keeping it in front of him. Raul Sandoval awaits on deck. 3-2 ball game, top half of the third inning. Two men down, runners on the corners. Booth delivers the pitch. On the outer half, called a strike. Pitcher friendly call there to say the least. It's 1-1. Booth gets the sign. The left-hander delivers. Popped up out of play towards the left side. One ball and two strikes to Jacob Castro. Tyler Booth delivers the pitch. Chopper towards the right side. The first baseman, Daniel Jung, is there. He'll take it himself, step on the bag, and the inning is over. But the Oaks bring two runs across the plate as we head to the bottom half of the third. 3-2 ball game in favor of your Orange County Riptide. Michael Peabody leads things off here in the bottom half of the third inning for the Riptide. 3-2 ball game in favor of Orange County. They scored 3 runs during the bottom half of the first inning. The Oaks came back to score 2 of their own during the top half of the third. That's a ground ball towards the right side, but out of play. Michael Peabody leading things off in the inning for the Riptide. Peabody came into the ballgame hitting .375. including 2 RBIs. No balls and 1 strike. Jerry Ramirez remains on the mound for the Oaks. Pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramirez currently at 49 pitches. He threw, I believe, 31 pitches during the bottom half of the first inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander delivers. Hit out towards left field. Trent McKinney takes a few steps back. He makes the play, 1 away. Andre Anto now digs in.
Now batting from UC
He struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Caleb Denny awaits on deck. Connor Aoki in the hole. Denny came into the ballgame hitting .294. Including 8 RBIs and 2 home runs. Ground ball towards the left side. Backhanded stop by Ramon Gomez. Throw brings the first baseman off the bag, but Nico Lima is able to keep his toe right on the corner.
Now batting from the University of Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
Now Caleb Denny digs in. Denny reached on an error to the shortstop his first time up. On that play, 2 runs came around to score for the Tide. There's a fly ball towards shallow left field. The shortstop, Gabe Baldovino, makes a play himself. And a very quick, easy 1-2-3 inning for Jerry Ramirez. Much needed for the young man out of Glendale City College. We head to the top half of the 4th, 3-2 ballgame in favor of the Tide. It'll be Raul Sandoval, Bailey Holbrook, and Ramon Gomez this half inning for the Oaks. It's a 3-2 ball game. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Tide. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Oaks. First pitch is on the outer half and low, called a strike, 0-1. Sandoval hit a comebacker to the pitcher his first time up. Booth delivers a strike. It's now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Connor Aoki throws down the line towards first. The out is recorded. That is now strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now batting number 33, Bailey Holbrook.
Number 6, no? Number 6, huh?
Pushing out might have been that was the last one.
That was 6. The ball's in 1 strike. How many strikeouts do we have? It's a fly ball towards right field. Dylan Rock is there. The play is made. 2 men down.
10, Ramon Gomez.
Ramon Gomez digs in now. He struck out his first time up. Booth delivers the pitch. Ground ball towards the left side. Andre Anton is there. It hits off his glove and skips into shallow left center field. E5 on the play.
Now batting, number 8, Gabe Baldovino.
Gabe Baldovino steps in now. He singled his first time up and later came around to score. Trent McKinney awaits on deck. Booth delivers the pitch off the end of the bat towards right field. Dylan Rock going back. He'll extend, make a nice running grab, and the inning is over. We head to the bottom half of the fourth. 3-2 in favor of your Orange County Riptide. Connor Aoki leads things off this half inning for the Riptide. He rips this one out towards right center field. Raul Sandoval gives chase. He'll make the play. One away. Daniel Jung digs in now. He had an RBI single during the bottom half of the first inning. Chad Crosby awaits on deck.
Daniel Jung.
Once again, we thank you for joining us for today's broadcast of OC Riptide Baseball. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic for the second season in a row, for Orange County. It's been a true pleasure and a fun ride, and let's hope to continue the winning momentum here into this 2019 season. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Riptide are one game behind the Santa Barbara Foresters in the CCL standings. It's a righty-on-lefty matchup. Ramirez delivers a pitch, ground ball towards the left side, past the diming Ramon Gomez, and into left field for a one-out single.
Now batting from the University of Miami, number 7, Chad Crosby.
Chad Crosby steps in now. Crosby doubled his first time up for the Riptide. Blake Fadola waits on deck. Ground ball towards the right side. The second baseman flips to second for one. On to first. 4-6-3 double play puts an end to the inning. Top of the fifth we go. 3-2 Riptide. Comebacker back to the pitcher. Tyler Booth runs it to the bag himself. Nice looking play there to open things up during the top half of the fifth inning.
Now batting, number 1, Justin Ammons.
Justin Ammons digs in now. The left-hander delivers the pitch. On the outer half for a ball, it's 1-0. Ammons struck out his first time up, then reached on a single during the top half of the third inning. Hit out towards right field. Falls into foul territory. Two balls and one strike. Tyler Odekirk awaits on deck. That's hit out towards right center field. It'll split the gap. It's cut off nicely by Dylan Rock. On his way towards second is Ammons. Sag applied at his right hand, but not in time.
Now batting, number 14, Tyler Odekirk.
Tyler Odekirk steps in now. Odekirk grounded out towards third base his first time up, then reached on an RBI single. During the top half of the third inning, he shows bunt, then pulls it back. The catcher has a play down towards third. They've got the runner hung out to dry. The ball was waiting for Ammons at third base. He slid but didn't even reach the bag, so he had no business down the line. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a ground ball going up the middle. Tyler Booth threw his glove at the ball, but that's a backhanded play. Very nice attempt there by Blake Fadol. Strong throw over towards first, but with the speed of Tyler Odekirk, no chance at all.
Now batting, number 13, Nico Lima.
Nico Lima will now step into the box. Has a runner aboard at first base with 2 men down in the inning. Tyler Booth, the left-hander, still on the mound for the Riptide. Pitch is popped up towards the right side. Dylan Rock waves off Blake Fadol. He makes the play himself, and the inning is over. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. Score remains 3-2, Orange County. Blake Fadol digs in here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Riptide. Off the end of the bat towards the right side, the first baseman, Nico Lima, gives it a look, but runs out of room. It's a 3-2 ball game. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Tide. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Oaks. Carson Matthews awaits on deck. Dylan Rock in the hole. If anyone gets on, Michael Peabody. Fadol flew out towards left field his first time up. Slider on the outer half off the plate, 1-1. Jerry Ramirez out for his 5th inning of work. We thought he was due for a short outing due to the fact that he threw 34 pitches during the bottom half of the first inning. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Ramirez delivers the pitch. Ripped towards the left side for a leadoff single. Fadol 1 for 2 this afternoon. That'll bring up Carson Matthews. He walked his first time up, then grounded out towards third base his second at bat.
Carson Matthews.
Still a slight breeze blowing out towards right field. Chopper towards the left side. The third baseman gloves it, throws to second for 1, but the second baseman dropped the ball. The second base umpire said that he did it on the transfer. In my opinion, I thought he dropped it just in general. Yeah, I agree. I do not think it was on the transfer because as soon as the ball was thrown, it popped right out of the glove of the second baseman.
I thought he just picked it up, but like, calling it a transfer is stupid.
Clemente Bonilla still out on the field discussing the previous play with the second base umpire.
You owe me one, rough.
Well, nothing comes out of the discussion, more so
Now batting
clarification
from
and
UT
closure.
San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Rock.
Dylan Rock steps into the play. There goes a runner. Throw down towards second base. Tag applied at the helmet of Carson Matthews, but not in time. Dylan Rock singled his first time up, then grounded out towards first base in his second at-bat. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 man down on the inning. Matthews leading off a second. He reached on a fielder's choice, then stole a base. Pitch is ripped out towards left center field. Trent McKinney going back at the track, and that one hits off the base of the wall. Carson Matthews rounds third. He's in to score. RBI double for Dylan Rock.
Now batting from UC Irvine, number 36, Michael Peabody.
Michael Peabody with an opportunity to extend the lead for the Riptide. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. He then flew out towards left field in his second at-bat. Andre Anton awaits on deck. Pitch is swung on and missed in the dirt. No balls and 1 strike. The Riptide scored 3 times during the bottom half of the first inning. They've scored once during this bottom half of the 5th. 4-2 lead over the Conejo Oaks. The Riptide are coming off a loss to the Santa Barbara Foresters. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chopper towards the right side, but out of play towards the first base dugout. I believe there is also netting in front of the railing of the first base dugout, keeping the players safe. You typically only see netting surrounding the stands. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat towards the left side, the shortstop makes the play on the outskirts of the left center field grass. The runner will hold where he is.
Now batting from UC Irvine, number 30, Andre Anton.
Andre Anton is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out towards third base in for his third at-bat of the afternoon. Anton out of UC Irvine. 2 men down on the inning. Ramirez sets, delivers the pitch. It's in the dirt, 1-0. Still no movement in either bullpen. For a split second, Colin Townsend was warming up in the Riptide bullpen. But no action in there now. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 2 away. Dylan Rock aboard at second base. He reached on an RBI double. Does not have the biggest of leads. The second baseman is holding him on. High fastball swung on and missed. The count is even at 1. This is a two-game series between the Oaks and the Riptide. That's hit off the end of the bat and foul out of play towards the right side. Game 2 is tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. The Riptide will then travel to Arroyo Seco on Friday for a 6:05 p.m. start time against the Saints. Following Friday's game and on Saturday, they'll be at San Luis Obispo for a matchup against the Blues starting at 6 p.m. Andre Antone swings and misses to close out things during the bottom half of the fifth inning. To the top of the sixth we go. 4-2 Riptide. Jacob Castro leads things off during the top half of the sixth inning for the Oaks. Raul Sandoval awaits on deck. Bailey Holbrook in the hole. 1 ball and no strikes. New pitcher on the mound for the Riptide. That is Colin Townsend out of St. Louis University. Townsend is out of San Juan Capistrano. That's a one-hopper towards second base, throw over to first in time. Townsend attended J. Serra High School. He played for the Orange County Riptide last season. Bailey Holbrook awaits on deck. The right-hander delivers the pitch on the outer half, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch on the outer half. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is in the dirt. 2-1 now the count. 4-2 ball game during the top half of the sixth inning. The final line for Tyler Booth. He threw a total of 52 pitches, a complete 5 innings, surrendering 5 hits, 2 runs. Only one of those runs is earned, allowing no walks while striking out 5. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Raul Sandoval. Ramirez delivers the pitch in the dirt and outside. The count is full. It's now 3-2. Townsend this season for the Riptide. That is hit out towards the right side. Dylan Rocks takes a few steps back and ultimately makes the play. As I was saying, Townsend this season for the Riptide has thrown a complete 8 innings while posting a 4.25 ERA. That'll bring up Bailey Holbrook. He struck out his first time up, then flew out towards right field his second time around. Pitch is hit back. No balls and 1 strike. Ramon Gomez awaits on deck. No balls and 1 strike. A very calm setting out in Irvine, California today. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Hit right back up the middle. Michael Peabody is there. He'll play it on a line, and the inning is over. Bottom of the 6th, 4-2 Riptide. Caleb Denny leads things off this half inning for the Riptide. He'll be followed by Connor Aoki and Daniel Jung. If anyone gets on, Chad Crosby. So an interesting stat given to me by our stats guy, Ryan Farron. The number 3 through 9 hitters in the lineup for the Oaks are hitting 1 for 18 today with 4 strikeouts. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Caleb Denny. He's 0 for 2. He reached on an error from the shortstop in the first inning. He then popped up towards short during the bottom half of the 3rd. Chopper towards the right side. The first baseman, Nico Lima, plays it on a hop, steps on the bag, 1 away.
Now batting from Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
That'll bring up Connor Aoki. He reached on a single his first time up during the bottom half of the first inning, then flew out towards right field his second time up. He's 1 for 2 today. Pitch is on the outer half, 0-1. So Jerry Ramirez is out for his 6th inning of work. And if I am to be honest with you, especially the way things unraveled during the first inning as a whole, I would not have expected to see Jerry Ramirez outlast Tyler Booth on the mound. No balls and two strikes to Connor Aoki. Daniel Jung awaits on deck. We see a left-hander getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Riptide. Justin Lewis getting warm in the Riptide bullpen. Slider on the outer half, 1-2. Matthew Struther getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Oaks. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez looks down the barrel to get a sign. Jacob Castro behind the plate for the Oaks. Nice looking pitch on the inner half for strike 3, 2 away. Backwards K for Connor Aoki as Daniel Jung digs into the plate.
From Notre Dame, number 11, Daniel Jung.
Jung is out of Notre Dame University in La Mirada, California. He also attended La Mirada High School. Four runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Riptide. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Oaks. Jung rips this one out towards right center field. He's on his way towards second. He'll get there sliding. Two-out double for Daniel Jung as Chad Crosby, with an opportunity to cash him in, steps into the plate.
Chad Crosby.
Crosby doubled in the second inning, then grounded into a 4-6-3 double play during the bottom half of the fourth. Blake Fadola waits on deck for Orange County. Three hits in a day for Daniel Jung, who is standing at second base. That includes a pair of singles and a double. Crosby 1 for 2 with a double himself. There will now be a meeting on the mound. Perhaps that'll bring in the right-handed pitcher out of the bullpen for the Oaks. We will wait just a few seconds longer. Looks like it might just be a chatter on the mound. The home plate umpire, you can see, has the urge to go out and break the discussion. I'm sure it's just a matter of seconds now. The talk is done, but the manager now transfers over to the home plate umpire. So here we go. Chad Crosby at the plate. Daniel Jung aboard at second. Blake Fadola on deck. 4-2 ball game. Bottom half of the 6th inning in favor of the Riptide. Pitch is low on the outer half. It's 1 ball and no strikes. It's a righty on lefty matchup. Pitch is hit off the end of the bat towards the left side. The third baseman in foul territory. Ramon Gomez makes the play, and that puts an end to the inning. The Riptide strand a runner at second base. To the top of the 7th we go, 4-2 in favor of Orange County.
Ramon Gomez.
So a defensive substitution during the top half of the seventh inning for the Riptide. Taking over for Andre Antone at third base is Blake Evans. Colin Townsend remains on the mound for the Riptide. Justin Lewis continues to warm up in the Orange County bullpen. Matthew Strother warming up in the Oaks bullpen. The 0-1 pitch is on the outer half in the dirt, taken for a ball. It's even at 1. Ramon Gomez at the plate. He'll be followed by Gabe Baldovino and Trent McKinney in the hole. Justin Amons and the top of the lineup if anyone gets on. Slapped foul towards the right side and off the netting. Ramon Gomez is 0 for 2 in today's matchup. One ball and 2 strikes. Townsend delivers a pitch. High fastball taken. Count is even at 2-2. Townsend came in to replace Tyler Booth during the top half of the 6th inning.
Ooh.
Pitch comes back, and it hits Ramon Gomez. I thought it was off the knob of the bat, but it looks like it hit him on the hand. He seems to be okay. He just bent down to take his shin guard off. Now rips the batting glove off, wanting a better look at the potential injury. So check that. It wasn't the hand. I saw the hitting coach for the Elks grab the elbow of Ramon Gomez, so I'm sure that is where the ball made contact. He's awarded first base, but surely at a price as Gabe Baldovino digs in. Baldovino singled his first time up during the top half of the 3rd inning. He then flew out towards right field during the top half of the 4th. Trent McKinney awaits on deck. Good size lead from Ramon Gomez at first. Townsend delivers a pitch on the outer half, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Once again, we thank you for joining us for today's broadcast of OC Riptide Baseball. We'll be right back here tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. to close out this 2-game series between the Conejo Oaks and the Orange County Riptide. That's flied out towards center field. Michael Peabody takes a few steps towards his left, makes the play in right center, 1 away.
Now batting, number 20, Trent McKinney.
Trent McKinney digs in now. He struck out during the top of the 3rd, then hit a comebacker during the top of the 5th inning. As I mentioned to you earlier, at the time at which the stat was given during the top half of the 6th inning, the number 3 through 9 hitters in the lineup for the Oaks were 1 for 18 with 4 strikeouts. Ground ball towards the left side. It falls in foul. Just a few inches off the chalk. Justin Amons awaits on deck. 4-2 ball game here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Dave out there.
0-1 the count to Trent McKinney. Ramon Gomez leads off at first. He reached on a hit by pitch. Throw back over, tag applied, and they got him. Nice move by Tyler Booth. There was one broadcast in particular when one of you guys commented in the chat section of YouTube Live that Tyler Booth has the best pickoff move in the CCL. Well, I'm sure you can definitely argue for that, as the 0-1 pitch is taken for a strike. It's now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Trent McKinney. 2 men down in the inning. The right-hander delivers at the knees, falls just below them. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Townsend delivers the 1-2. Off the end of the bat towards right center field. Michael Peabody gives chase. He'll have to play this one on a hop. On his way towards second, he'll get there standing. Trent McKinney. So Justin Amon steps into the box. He struck out his first time up during the top half of the first inning to open up the ballgame. He then singled in the third and doubled in the fifth. He is 2 for 3. Clemente Bonilla out to the mound. Looks like a pitching change is upon us. And sure enough it is. Justin Lewis takes the mound. 4-2 ball game. We'll take a break. Justin Lewis out of Texas Tech University takes the mound here in the top half of the 7th inning. Justin Amon steps into the box. Trent McKinney leads off at second base. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. Lewis looks down the barrel to get a sign. The left-hander delivers the pitch. On the outer half, called a strike. It's 0-1. Tyler Odekirk awaits on deck. Lewis gets the sign. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. Bunt is shown, then pulled back. Looked like a good pitch from here. The home plate umpire does not give Lewis the call. Count is even at 1-1. Four to 2 ball game during the top half of the 7th inning. Game 1 of a 2-game series between the Orange County Riptide and the Conejo Oaks. The 1-1 popped up towards the left side of the infield. Carson Matthews calls for it. On the outskirts of the grass, he makes the play, and the inning is over. We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's time for the 7th inning stretch out here in Irvine, California. 4-2 Riptide. Blake Fadul leads things off during the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Riptide. They are enjoying a 4-2 lead, and there is a new pitcher on the mound for the Oaks. That is Matthew Struther. Struther is out of UC Santa Barbara. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. He's outside of Brea, California, attended Servite High School. Struther is 6'3", 210 pounds. The right-hander delivers the pitch on the outer half and low. Just misses off the plate. It's now 1-2. Carson Matthews and the top of the lineup awaits on deck. Dylan Rock in the hole. If anyone gets on, Michael Peabody. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slider hit foul towards the right side and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes remains the count. The 1-2 pitch from Struther. Slider that runs inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch. Outside fastball. The home plate umpire pulls the trigger for strike 3. Pitcher friendly call, to say the least. 1 away.
Now batting from BYU, number 5, Carson Matthews.
Another game scheduled for today in the CCL. It'll be the San Luis Obispo Blues against the Santa Barbara Forcers. 6 p.m. start time. One ball and no strikes. Carson Matthews at the plate. Walked his first time up, then grounded to third base. He then reached on an error to the shortstop in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 man down. Dylan Rock waits on deck. Once again, that is Matthew Struther on the mound for the Oaks. We started off the ball game with Jerry Ramirez. The Riptide have had Tyler Booth, Colin Townsend, and now Justin Lewis. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, drives the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. We'll see a right-hander getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Riptide. Also, an additional right-hander getting loose and warm in the bullpen for Conejo. The 3-1 pitch runs inside. Looks like it hit Carson Matthews on the helmet. I think it only got a small piece of him, to say the least.
Now batting from UT San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Rock.
So I'm not sure whether or not that hit him on the helmet or whether or not it was ball 4. So we're going to go ahead and score it as a walk. Chris Torres warming up in the bullpen for Conejo. Andrew Davis warming up in the bullpen for Orange County. Pitches at the knees, called a strike. It's 0-1. That's Dylan Rock at the plate. Singled his first time up. Grounded out towards first in the bottom half of the second. Then in his third and last at bat, he doubled. 2 for 3 in today's matchup. No balls and 1 strike. 4-2 ball game. Bottom half of the 7th inning. 1 away. Throw back over towards first. They have the runner laned off. And check that. They call it a buck. So Dylan Rock now with a runner in scoring position. Rock looking to extend the Riptide lead to 3. It's a righty-on-righty matchup. Struthers gets the sign. Slider on the outer half away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael Peabody on deck. Blake Evans in the hole. A very slight breeze continues to blow out towards right field. As I mentioned earlier, a very calm setting out here in Irvine, California. Pitch is swung on and missed 1-2. Not much going on in the surrounding fields. As a matter of fact, nothing more than simple field work. One ball and 2 strikes. Struthers gets the sign, takes a peek towards second. The runner's on his way towards third. The tag is applied on his right shoulder, and they got him. As soon as Carson Matthews saw Matthew Struther make a move, he broke towards third base. Ramon Gomez, the third baseman, was playing off the bag, but rushed down there in time to apply a tag. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 men down. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the first base umpire. The out is recorded, and we head to the top of the 8th. 4-2 OC Riptide. Andrew Davis takes mound now for the Riptide. He's 6'3", 200 pounds out of Frisco, Texas, and Wakeland High School. First pitch is fouled towards the right side and out of play. Tyler Odekirk leads things off here in the top of the eighth. He'll be followed by Nico Lima. Hitting third, Jacob Castro. If anyone gets on, Raul Sandoval. So in 2018 for Texas Tech University, Andrew Davis posted a 13.50 ERA through 5 games. So he had a rough time over there, but now he is out in sunny California looking to change his fortunes as the pitch is fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Odekirk is 1 for 3 today with a ground down and a pair of singles. 4-2 ball game, top of the 8th inning. 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Riptide. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Conejo Oaks. Good pace to today's game. We had a 12 p.m. start time. We've been playing baseball for 2 hours and 3 minutes. Hit off the end of the bat towards right field. Dylan Rock gives chase. His outstretched glove makes the play. 1 away.
Now batting number 13, Nico Lima.
Nico Lima steps into the box. He flew out towards center field in the first inning. Reached on an error in the third and flew out towards right in the 5th. He's 0 for 3. Michael DeFilippi warming up in the bullpen for the Riptide. No balls and 1 strike. Jacob Castro awaits on deck. Andrew Davis gets the sign, delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's called a strike, 0-2 now. Coming into the ball game, Andrew Davis had thrown a complete 2 innings without surrendering a run. The 0-2 is flied out towards left field. Chad Crosby coming towards the line makes the play. 2 men down. The Riptide have a team ERA of 3.83. And a change on the mound. We'll see Michael DeFilippi on the mound. Jacob Castro steps into the box. Michael DiFilippi now on the mound for the Riptide. DiFilippi is out of Pacific University. He's 6'1", 185 pounds. He's also out of San Diego, California. Pitch is flied out towards center field. Peabody backtracks. He'll make the play, and the inning is over. To the bottom of the eighth. 4-2 Riptide. Christopher Torres takes the mound now for the Elks. He's out of Sierra Canyon High School, also out of Chatsworth, California. 4-2 ball game, top of the eighth inning. It'll be Michael Peabody, Blake Evans, and Caleb Denny this half inning for Orange County. Andrew Boves warming up in the Orange County Riptide bullpen. Pitch is popped up out of play and foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Michael Peabody. Reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. He then flew out towards left, then hit a pop-up towards shortstop in the 5th inning. Righty on lefty matchup. Torres gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. Slapped foul towards the left side and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Blake Evans awaits on deck. Blake Evans came in as a defensive substitution for Andre Antone. He came in as a substitution during the top half of the 6th inning. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Riptide scored once during the bottom of the 1st inning. Or check that, they scored 3 times during the bottom half of the 1st inning and scored once during the bottom half of the 5th. On the other hand, the Oaks scored all of their 2 runs during the top half of the 3rd inning. The count is 4 to Michael Peabody at the plate. The right-hander delivers a pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3.
Now batting from Georgia Southern University, number 15, Blake Evans.
Out of Georgia Southern University, Blake Evans steps into the box for the Riptide. First step out of the ballgame for him. He shows bunt, then pulls it back. Evans is out of Axworth, Georgia. He's a management major. He lays down a bunt. The catcher plays it. He throws over towards first. Out is recorded.
Now batting from the University of Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
Out of Wausau, Oklahoma, Caleb Denny at the plate.
Is that not Caleb Denny? No, it is. I don't think he had the last name. Good job, Bo. That's your job.
Denny hit .393 over at Arkansas last season. Snowballs and one strike to him. Righty on lefty matchup. Torres delivers pitch. Hit out towards right center field. Justin Amons shifts towards his left. He makes the play. We head to the top half of the ninth inning. The Riptide 3 outs away from sealing the deal and leaving today's matchup with a win.
No errors and now batting number 4, Raul Sandoval.
Out of the University of Pittsburgh, Andrew Boves takes charge of the mound for the Riptide here in the top half of the ninth inning. You'll be looking towards earning a save in today's matchup against the Oaks. Prior to the game, Andrew Bovis had a pitch 2 1/3 without surrendering a run. Pitches on the outer half and misses for a ball, 3-0. It'll be Raul Sandoval, Bailey Holbrook, and Ramon Gomez. This half inning for the Elks. They're down by 2 runs. Pitch is in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Boves is a big guy, 6'6", 200 pounds, out of Claremont, California, and Claremont High School. The pitch swung on and missed. Count is full, 3-2. The right-hander gets the sign. The full count pitch misses on the outer half, or at least that's what it looked like from here. But the home plate umpire, who has had a very wide strike zone today, pulls the trigger for strike 3.
Number 33, Bailey Holbrook.
Bailey Holbrook steps into the box now. Well, if there's one thing to appreciate from the home plate umpire today, is the fact that he's been consistent at least with both teams. 1 ball and no strikes to Bailey Holbrook. Holbrook is 0 for 3 today. On the outer half, misses. 2 balls and no strikes. One man down in the inning. Popped up towards the left side. The catcher, Connor Aoki, seems to have a play. And there it is, 2 men down. It's not easy whatsoever to have your back towards the infield and catch a pop-up just going straight up. Connor Aoki was able to stay with it, so kudos to him. Ramon Gomez now steps into the box. Boves delivers a fastball on the inner half taken. 1 ball and no strikes. There is some movement in both bullpens, but we are unsure whether or not that'll be necessary. Another pitcher-friendly call there. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So in today's game, we had Tyler Booth, Colin Townsend, Justin Lewis, Andrew Davis, Michael DiFilippi, and now Andrew Boves on the mound for the Riptide. The 1 and 2's on the outer half. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2 men down in the inning. The Riptide 1 strike away from obtaining a win to take a 1-0 series lead against the Conejo Oaks. That's hit out towards left field. Going back to left fielder, the center fielder as well. Michael Peabody makes the play at the track, and that brings an end to the ball game. The Orange County Riptide improved to 6-4 on the season, 7-5-1 overall. The Conejo Oaks fought to 3-6 on the season, 5-6 overall. The final line for today's matchup.